Okay, so happy Monday, everyone. I hope you're having a great Monday. Today, I am going to use a movie that I saw a long time ago and then recently saw again to kind of drive home today's Roho topic. Okay, so before I start, let me just say trigger warning. The movie is called What Dreams May Come, and it involves suicide and one of the characters, and it involves loss of a child. And so, if you have any sensitivities or anything that you just like, I can't want to on that, then please stop now because that is the movie that I am referencing today. So, What Dreams May Come. I love this movie. I love it. It is heavy, it is deep, but it's magical, and there's other things that are going on in the movie. So this is about a couple played by Robin Williams and Annabella Sciorra. And they are a couple they are what you call soulmates. They are a couple. They are at the soul level connected. And you see it, and they demonstrate that, all throughout the movie. So they're madly in love, and then they have children. So now they've been madly in love with their children. Everything is just amazing. So tragedy strikes, and both of the children are lost at one time in a car accident. And Chris and Anna are trying to put it back together. Her name isn't Anna, but I'm just going to call it like that. They're just trying to figure out a way to move forward in this new reality, and it is not easy, and they are struggling, but they are doing it together the best that they can. Tragedy strikes again when now Chris gets killed in a car accident. And so this time Anna's like, I'm out. I cannot. So in the meantime, Chris goes to heaven, and he is met by his heaven concierge / guide. I'll just call him whatever he's kind of a concierge, played by Cuba Gooding Jr. Okay. So in all of this is happening, Chris is trying to kind of figuring out what heaven is like all the different things. And the imagery is stunning. You got to see, if nothing else, the imagery. Along the way, he is told by Cuba that the wife, Anna, could no longer take it. She took her life. She's done. She does not want to be here without her children, without her husband. Like, she's done. And she decided to take her life. Chris is like, well, where is she? She's here somewhere. Where is she? Just tell me where she is. He's like, I get to see her. Where is she? And Cuba's like, no, that's a different path. When you take that path, then that's a different destination you land, and you landed here. You can't get to her. And he said, where is she? He said, she's in hell. You can't get there. And he's like, no, I'm going. Just tell me what to do. So Cuba's like, look, if you even make it through the gauntlet of stuff you got to get through to get to her, even to get to her, once you get there, she won't know you. She barely knows herself. And she's just it's just a mental hell as well as a physical hell. She just doesn't know anything, and she will be a stranger to you. You will probably frighten her. Chris says, you don't know us. I'm going. So I'm like, he's going to get his baby. I am not mad at him. So at this point, I'm like, oh my God. So they throw all the stuff he goes through to get to her. What Cuba said was, listen, if you get there, not only will she not know you, but you will have 3 minutes to convince her to come out of her hell, or else her hell becomes yours and you're stuck in there with her. Two strangers don't know each other in the same mental hell, but just together. He's like, bet, I'm going. I won't spoil it from there, but this is where now that part stops and my message for today starts. Listen, The amount of time that I have spent going into someone else's hell without them asking me, the amount of time I've lost, the amount of money I've lost, the amount of energy, of my own purpose. Because if you're in somebody else's hell, you're not in your heaven. You're not on in your life plan. You're not on your journey. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You have totally forsaken everything that you're about and that you're supposed to be doing to go into somebody else's hell. A lot of times, not even asked, but you're just going to take, I did not have the same life experience when I first saw it. So I'm like, oh, this is good. But having had this experience about you go in and you got 3 minutes or else you're going to be in hell with them. That was a game changer. When I saw it this time, I was like, look, I'm giving people 3 minutes of my time, and not literally 3 minutes, but if you ask for me to help you, no more volunteering, no more jumping in to save nobody who's not asked. If you ask me, I'm going to give you whatever 3 versions of that 3 minutes are. It could depend on what the situation was. It could be 3 days, could be 3 weeks, could be 3 months. It won't be 3 years. But I got it crystal clear that if you are going to go into somebody's hell, you got to be mindful that it's hell for a reason. It's dark, and it is dangerous, and it is a pit, and it is all those things that suck the life force out of somebody and have them just in a spiral, right? And so we have to safeguard our energy and our time. And whatever that version of 3 minutes is, like I'll go on, it could be a particular act. Like I will give this act and this act. After that, my 3 minutes is up. That's my 3 minute investment. I'm not trying to get sucked into nobody else's hell. I just got out of that. I did not know what the hell was, but I knew my ex-husband was in hell. I did not know what it was until after the divorce. And now I got all the papers that we had to subpoena to the banks and to all the folks to get a financial picture of what was happening. And I'm like, oh my God, he had to have been in hell. These so many secrets that he was hiding. And some people hide them well. Hey, some people can hide secrets, no problem. Maybe he wasn't in the hell because he was still getting his needs met, because I kept jumping in to try to stop the hell. And while I am playing whack-a-mole and trying to figure things out, he is building that hell brick by brick, decision by decision, choice by, behavior by behavior, just building the hell. And there's something that's fundamentally arrogant about humans. I'll just count myself in that. But generally, where we're like, I got it. Move. I'll fix them. Yeah, we know he's been a dog his whole life. But, I'm going to go in. He'll treat me better. No. For me, here's what I can say. 1, if they don't ask, I'm not jumping in, because when you jump in and they haven't asked for it, they turn on you. You become a source of pressure. You become a source of resentment because you are trying to save someone from something that they don't want to be saved. And if they want to be saved, they don't want to be saved the way you want to save them, right? Sometimes people, you may say, hey, I'll throw money at it. I want some, but they may want to spend that money on something else, not in the future, rebuilding, setting themselves. I mean, it's just too many conditions and it's too much stuff when you're not asked. So 1, if they don't ask, don't jump in. 2, if I jump in, boundaries. You got 3 minutes, whatever version of that is. That could be $300. That could be 3 weeks, but there are boundaries to this. This is not just a free for all until you finally choose to figure it out. And the final thing is this: the amount of time I lost. helping somebody do something that they had no intention of ever not doing. So that piece of my life that, and then I'm like, I gave him 8 years of my life. I gave him this, or no. I made a choice based on information, and I found out that information was woefully, tragically, astoundingly dishonest. A lie. And that's the end of the story. And then I made a different choice. But you do lose time if you do not put that boundary up there, because it'll just keep going. They'll keep taking. Now, I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to say this. This is not everybody. This was my experience, but I've seen it so much where we just give and give and jump in and get dragged down trying to save somebody else. So anyway, that's my story. That's it. Have a good rest of your evening, day, week, all the things. Bye.